Greetings to the community of Bingen, White Salmon, and the surrounding area. This is Santa Claus. I am very happy to join you this year for the lighting of the big, beautiful tree in White Salmon. This is always one of my favorite stops.
Happy holidays, White Salmon!
Hello, White Salmon. I'm Leslie Naramore, Executive Director of Washington Gorge Action Programs, your community action agency, wishing you and your family very happy holidays.
While it has been an odd and difficult year, our family wants to take a moment and wish you happy holidays. We hope 2021 brings good health and joy to the city of White Salmon.
Merry Christmas.
Happy Hanukkah.
Happy New Year.
Take care.
Bye.
From all of us at Mid-Columbia Housing Authority and Columbia Cascade Housing Corporation, we wish you, our community partners, our sister agencies, and our program participants a happy holidays and a joyous and prosperous new year.
This is Dr. Matt Swanson with Skyline Hospital wishing you all a safe, happy, and healthy holiday. Thanks everybody for keeping our community safe this holiday season.
Hi, my name is Ubaldo Hernandez from Comunidades Amplifying Voices for Environmental and Social Justice. We want to wish you a Merry Christmas and the best for the new year. Hola, mi nombre es Ubaldo Hernández de Comunidades Amplifying Voices for Environmental and Social Justice y les queremos desear una feliz Navidad y un próspero año nuevo.
From our family to yours, wishing you a happy and safe holiday season. Happy holidays!
May each and every one find a world of warmth and light, joy and peace as we look forward to a bright and fresh new year.
Merry Christmas. Happy holidays.
Hi guys, welcome to my kitchen table. Good evening, and thank you for joining tonight. This isn't quite the way tree lightings have looked in the past, but as we have all had to do this year, we're continuing to rethink the way things have been done in order to keep alive traditions and practices that matter in an unusual time. And this is one of them. Normally, this is a night where we would all be gathering with hot chocolate and s'mores, anxiously awaiting Santa's arrival to light our tree. While we can't experience that type of community gathering, it is my hope that for these 10 minutes or so, by experiencing the same thing at the same time together, we can be in community together. Now, don't get me wrong, we are still lighting the tree. And in fact, especially for the kids watching, there's a way we can be together that's even better than the screen. So round up whatever jingle bells or noisemakers you have lying around, and when we start the countdown to the tree, go outside and make some noise. Let's hear each other and know that we really are all experiencing this time together. The neighbors that just greeted you have been at the forefront of helping White Salmon navigate the economic hardship, emotional stress, and physical toll that COVID-19 pandemic has brought. These organizations, our local government, and many others have been tasked with hurdles unforeseen, and I am extremely grateful for how my staff and this community has risen to the occasion. As we see case numbers increase at an alarming rate right now, I can't stress enough how important it is to continue wearing masks, limiting your interactions outside of your household, and practicing good hygiene. Many of you have experienced this virus firsthand or lost a loved one to COVID-19. I won't pretend to know how tough this year has been for you, and I am sorry for what you have had to experience. For all of us, a year that started full of hope and promise challenged us to shift our focus to slowing down, staying safe, and appreciating what we have. As we enter the holidays, we also begin the darkest days of the year, and I don't think it's a coincidence that the flames of the menorah and the twinkling lights of the tree hearken to the human need for the comfort of light. Sometimes that light comes from the spirit of other souls and their own goodwill. This year, those souls have shined bright and answered the call to help within our community. There are so many stories I could share on this front. How Makerspace put their 3D printer to work to create PPE, how early on residents fundraised to recognize our essential workers at Harvest Market and other places that continued to stay open, and how our businesses adapted and continue to adapt, and how the community has stepped up to eagerly support those efforts. But there are two stories tonight that I think drive this point home. One is a celebration of how our teachers and the White Salmon Valley Education Foundation worked to keep students connected to the classrooms that were physically off limits. The other is a memoriam of a gentleman who knew inherently that by building community, you create connection. Many of you knew Bill Worst personally, and for those that didn't, you've experienced his joy. This tree lighting was part of his handiwork, and his reindeer and sleigh atop his house were a beacon for many years, welcoming all to White Salmon. Not only was he a longtime member of Community Partners, he also served this city as a counselor. For Bill, serving others wasn't an obligation, but rather a guidepost for a life well lived. As COVID-19 continues to remind us to put the well-being of others first, I hope these two stories inspire you as much as they did me.
When COVID hit in March, immediately White Salmon teachers started finding ways to reach out to kids. The first teacher that reached out to us was Patty Carpenter. And she had been talking to Janet from Toki Art Supply, and they had this great idea to create art packs to send out to kids on the bus route. We put a donation button on our website and raised the money to create these art packs for students. After that happened, I got a call from Amy Sackowitty, and she's like, Amanda, I have a vision. Jim Anderson and I want to deliver books to kids. We put out a fundraiser to fund books for the book van. Within days, had thousands of dollars to purchase books.
Amy Sackowitty was the brains behind the book van. Initially, she needed a driver. So she asked if I'd be interested in driving the book van. I was like, absolutely. Because it was opportunity to see the kids. School had shut down. Kids didn't have access to books. When given the opportunity to put books in a van and drive around and have one-on-one conversations with kids, it's just like, who wouldn't jump at that opportunity? It was awesome. As we got to locations, Amy would get out to start organizing what kind of books we were going to get out, and they needed somebody to get the kids to the van. And you have to have a loud voice. And I would loud voice them.
Let's do it. I say we do it.
Come and get your book! Things that inspired me while we were doing this, it was something every day. Seeing different kids, having them ask the question, well, how do we get it back to the school? It's like, well, you don't give it back to the school. This is your book now. And just seeing that this is my book. I get to have this. It's mine. And it's like, okay, we are making an impact here, greater than we know. I mean, it was a total group effort that put it all together. Oh my goodness, this community, they have hearts of gold. How willing they are to step up and donate books, money, extra hands. It's incredible.
One of the really amazing things about being a part of the foundation is seeing how beautiful ideas like the book van just gather speed and inspire others. I don't see the needs going away, but the way that the community comes together to fill those needs and anticipate them has just been incredible.
I wanted to remember Bill Worst this year. He was really important in the tree lighting and in a lot of things that went on through the White Salmon, through Community Partners. So in this time of joy and hope and the bittersweet end of this crazy year, I want to remember him as one of the most exceptional people I've ever known and one of the most exceptional people that has ever lived in White Salmon. Bill passed away very early this year. Back in January, just about the time the ornaments came down off Dock Grade Road, and the town tree was taken down. In some ways, those endings of joyous times were kind of the metaphors for his life passing away. I'm not sure everyone in town knew Bill, but most were touched by what he did for the community. He was the force behind the many summer concerts in the park. He was also the one who brought the 4th of July parade back to town. Even though he was of limited means, he never stopped trying to make his events bigger and better through his powers of persuasion. Arranging for a Navy band performance and an aerial flyover were just the kind of spectacular additions that would get him excited and wanting to do more. Halloween and the haunted house? Yeah, that was Bill too. Santa riding to the tree lighting on a fire truck as Bill hit the siren was something he made happen every year, and he delighted in putting the reindeer we now have out by the tree out on his front porch roof for Christmas so everyone could see them as they came into town. He also served a term on city council, sharing his management improvement background for the good of the community, and he even ran, well, more like crawled, for mayor shortly before his cancer diagnosis. It's a real tribute to his indomitable spirit and a gift to all of us that he extended his 6-month prognosis to 2.5 years, even while keeping him laughing too, and keeping his hand in every community event during that time. If you didn't know Bill, you missed something unique and wonderful. And if you did know Bill, you can't help but miss him now. As far as I'm concerned, this tree of hope and light is a tribute to Bill, and I miss his spirit every day.
And special thanks to White Salmon Valley Education Foundation and Story Gorge for allowing us to share that story tonight. And also to community partners who has kept the tradition of the tree lighting going and the dot grade ornaments, 2 things that for so many years have brightened this town and continue to do so. And with no further ado, it's definitely time to get this tree lit. So I hope you found something to make some noise as Santa and the counselors count us down to the unveiling. I hope you go outside and jingle your bells a little bit. Happy holidays.
And on behalf of the reindeer, the elves, Mrs. Claus, and myself, I'd like to wish you a very Merry Christmas and Happy Hanukkah. Now, let's light the tree.
5, 4, 3,
2,
1. Happy holidays.